Sounds good. We're ready to go. Incidentally, guys, I'm actually an author. I've written several books. My latest is called Right or Almost Right. My daughter's telling me it's not just a book on this industry of direct sales and network marketing, but it's a book on life. It really shares my entire story, and then some other key little booklets. If you get a chance, you can check those out as well. But what we're here to talk today about is MDC, my daily choice. And so first off, I want to introduce you to the founders of the company, Josh Wagle and his wife, Jenna. They were not married when they started the company. They are now, and they're co-founders in this company. And I can tell you, as I unfold the background, the details, all that this company has to offer, you are going to be, as I was, completely blown away. I mean, one of the things in the world we live in today that is incredibly important is technology, IT. I mean, we live in a very, very digital world, a very technical world. And if you are not advanced in this area, so that was one of the first things that blew me away. Josh actually was a chess champion as a young man, and he has his own technology company. Most of these network marketing companies all share essentially the same technology, packaged a little differently. We have completely proprietary. In my 34 years, having been with 4 other companies, I've never seen the technology into marketing that's available here through MDC. So, and Jenna, she is a product expert. She is one of the top earners in the world of network marketing. Forget about just MDC, in the world of network marketing. I believe her income is averaging around $1 million a month as a distributor. And just both of these people, they're humble, they're down to earth, they're here to help, and they're really building a legacy company that not just is their legacy, but it can actually be your legacy as well. So the first question I want to ask you guys is, what do people really want, right? What do people really want? And I think if people think about it, I mean, number one is money. Right? Everybody wants more money. If you know who Zig Ziglar is, kind of one of the grandfathers of the personal development and the motivational industry, he says, if somebody tells you they don't need more money, he says they'll lie about other things too. I mean, everybody, I think, wants more money. And so the question is, how are you going to do that? And we're going to talk a little bit about how that can be accomplished here. I think everybody wants better health. I mean, if you think about from a standpoint of having all the money in the world, I mean, just look at, Steve Jobs. I mean, he literally could buy a hospital, but yet he couldn't save himself, right? I mean, health is one of the most valuable things that we have, and we have to take care of it. So we have products that can help you do that. I think everybody really wants that. And this is kind of the holy grail, and that is time freedom. I think that's something, people that have a lot of money typically don't have a lot of time, right? And time is something that we all have the same amount of. It's what are we going to do with it? And too many people get so caught up in trying to make a living, they get buried that they literally have no time to really build a life. And so what you're going to see with this business model is we can help people achieve all 3 of these: more money, better health, and the time freedom to enjoy it. Now, look at what's going on right now in the world. Recent statistic, 96% of people out there, I mean, they're worried about their health. They're worried about their finances. I mean, they don't know what to do and where to turn. Another recent statistic, 65% of people out there in the workforce are living paycheck to paycheck, literally weeks away in missing a check to going into, total financial ruin and bankruptcy. And of course, with inflation, it's reported around 8%. I don't know what they're looking at. I mean, everything I'm seeing, it's probably 20+%, which means these people that were living paycheck to paycheck are falling behind right now. And so the question is, what is their options? What are they going to do, right? Well, one option would maybe be to cut back, right? I mean, you're working, you're bringing in so much, inflation happened, and to try to make ends meet, you try to cut back. And I don't know about you, but that does not sound like an exciting way to live, is to cut back. Now, another option is you might get a second or a third job. The second or third job typically won't pay you as much as the first, but now again, you have literally no time for your family, no time to really enjoy, what life has to offer. So, but it's where most people end up trying to fall is in that second or third job. You know, some people might be able to go into a small business, but again, the barriers of entry are very, very high, very small percent of the population. I think around 3% of the population are business owners. And why? You know, it's an investment. I mean, most people don't have 75,000 minimum to start a small business. They don't have the idea, they don't have the time, they don't have the knowledge. And even according to the Small Business Administration, that 50% of small businesses fail within the first 5 years. And typically it takes, you know, 3 to 5 years even to be profitable. Now you can minimize that risk by going into a franchise, right? We see people doing that. Now we're talking about a very, very small percent of people can do this, upwards of $500,000, maybe $1 million to do that. But yes, your risk is smaller. So, you know, what are the options? Well, I think it's also important, okay? And this is probably something you've never heard of, you haven't ever learned before, but essentially money is made 3 ways in the world, right? The first way is linear income. Now, linear income is a job. This is where 95% of the people spend their life. They exchange their time for a paycheck, right? Work for a week, get paid for a week, stop working, stop getting paid, right? And if you're not sure, you know, if you're working linear income, just try not showing up, see if they keep paying you. And likelihood is you're working linear income, right? And typically what's challenging there is you don't necessarily get paid what you're worth. You can only get paid whatever the job is worth, right? And this is where people end up on that treadmill trying to keep their head above water. The next way, again, very small percent of people access this, residual income. Okay, this is maybe you've cut a record, or you know, you've written a book, or you're Jerry Seinfeld, or maybe you built a large book of insurance or something with renewals, and you can create some type of residual income. Again, exciting, right? But very difficult to access. And then we have leveraged income. Leveraged income are the business owners. These are the people employing, right, the 95% of the people out there that have linear income. And, you know, I know when I first looked at this industry of direct sales, and, you know, one of my coworkers, you know, I'm still working at part-time, and he says, you know, John, the problem I have with this whole concept of network marketing is the fact somebody's gonna make money off me. And I kind of paused for a moment and I said, you know what? As I looked around the factory, I says, you know what? I don't think they're losing money on us. I mean, if they're paying us $9 an hour, they're probably making 20, but think a little bit more about this. Do you realize that 95% of us give our money on a daily basis to 3%? Those are the 3% that own the businesses that we spend our money with. I mean, every time you pay your mortgage, fill your car up with gas, go out for dinner, pay your electric bill, buy some clothes, whatever it is, every time you spend money, someone else is making money. And the challenge is, how do you go into having residual income? How can you have leveraged income, right? You've got a job. How do you access that? It's not possible. Well, guys, through network marketing, the home-based business, you can access all 3 of these. You can make linear income by involving a new person, selling some product or service. Linear income, that's kind of like a job. We're going to talk more about that later. You can create residual income if you have a product or a service they're going to use every month, you know, sell it once and they use it month in and month out, year in and year out, and you can create a residual income, essentially removing yourself from the day-to-day activity it takes to generate an income. Guys, that is exciting, and that can be done here, right? And then we have leveraged income. You know, the idea, I mean, think about this for a moment. Who's responsible right now for paying your bills? And I bet most of you will say, well, you know, I am. You know, me and my wife are, me and my spouse are. Imagine having thousands of people helping you pay your bills. Guys, that's what leverage is about. That's how these business owners are able to, after time, create time freedom, to create a leveraged income off of all of their employees. And guys, by building an organization here, you can see how that can be done as well. But the network marketing direct sales industry is a $200 billion industry, spanning right now nearly 70 years this industry has been around. The other thing I think it's important to understand is, what is network marketing, right? Well, guys, to really sum it up, All network marketing is another form of distribution. Think about traditional methods of distribution, right? They're paying actors and athletes and high budget advertising campaigns, literally hundreds of millions of dollars to get you to pick that product up off the shelf, right? And, they say roughly about 50% of a cost of a product in traditional marketing is advertisement and distribution to get you to buy it. Well, in network marketing, we spend zero, because people say, where does all the money come from? You hear about this income that can be earned. How is that even possible? Because we're not paying Tiger Woods. We're not paying, Brad Pitt or Angelina or some athlete. We're paying real people with real results. Think of it this way. In a traditional business, you've got this 50% column in advertising, marketing, distribution. Just eliminate, they take that 50% and now give it to the people, spreading the word, talking about something they truly believe in. Folks, this type of marketing is the most efficient, effective marketing, because advertisers are continually having difficulty to reach that consumer. But when you have somebody, a real person talking about a real result, a real experience, that's something that we can really relate to. Now, what I had learned in my now 34 years, coming up on 34 years in this industry of network marketing, is all of these companies, right? Enter opportunities are made up of 5 critical elements, right? The company, the products, the compensation, the timing, and the training and support. And I'm going to talk about these tonight, but if 2 or 3 of these elements are not in place, it doesn't matter how good you are or how hard you work. Despite your best efforts, you're going to struggle. Now, I want you to think about that, because if you've been involved in something like this before, you've put the energy, you've put the time in, but it didn't work out. Yes, it could be that, you were doing it all wrong, but in more cases than not, it's because something was missing. Guys, here's what I can tell you. When all 5 of these elements come together, that's when the magic happens. That's when the fortunes are made. And I can tell you, in my 34 years, I have never seen a company as well run as MDC and what we have in place and where we are going. So let's jump into that. First off, the company is now just over 8 years old. They've done over $500 million over that 8-year span, 100% debt-free. And our customer base around the globe is around 800,000 customers, just people buying the product. They're not earning commissions, they're not bringing people in, they're just enjoying our product. That should speak very loudly about how people love our products, right? About 300,000 affiliates, people like you and I and Matt, that are out there letting other people know. Now, this company is award-winning. Matter of fact, the direct sales news ranked us as one of the fastest growing companies in 2019, but we are about to explode. So phenomenal infrastructure. We have digital products and physical products. Our digital products, trading and travel, over 200 countries that you have to expand in, 68 countries with our physical products, and more are coming. Now, guys, here is what I was really looking for. I mean, I could literally do my entire presentation on this one slide. Having 34 years, having, been let down before, these are the things that I needed to know, have my peace of mind that were in place. Number 1, customer service. Guys, if you're going to compete in the world of Amazon, if you're going to compete in this world we live in today, you have to have customer service. When I visited the office, seen, I think it's close to 30 in-house people answering the phone, customer service, multiple languages. Wow, I saw the customer service. Return policy. You have to be able to stand behind your product. 60-day empty box, use it, didn't like it, get your money back. 60 days. Free shipping. One of the things that Josh, the owner of the company, said to me when I first sat down with him, he says, we're not competing with other network marketing companies. We're competing with Amazon. And I'm going to talk more about this later, but guys, I'm going to plant this seed. Amazon last year did 500 billion, not million, $500 billion in revenue. right? One company, $500 billion, right? And they are doing some things right. And so what a great model to model after. You're going to see more of that take place. But things like flat rate shipping, we have $5 flat rate shipping in like 26 countries. Free shipping also in like 26 countries for orders over 200. A cutting edge technology, state-of-the-art marketing material. All of this stuff is free. They're not nickel and diming you to death. I mean, literally, you can earn commissions here without even having a personal order. I'll talk more about that in a moment too. The house of brands, right? Every company I've been with in the past has been a branded house. It's had one product or one category that really is the tip of the arrow that they get behind, and that's great. But what happens when you find somebody that's not interested in what you're passionate about? I mean, I look at this, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for supplements. Matt, my nephew, who just introduced me, he wouldn't be here if there wouldn't have been a trading platform. The person who enrolled me, Jefferson, I mean, he made his fortune in travel. He wouldn't be here, without the travel part of our business, our highlight travel. I mean, think about two people or three people, completely different backgrounds, coming together, building one company, and the technology lets us do it seamlessly and without confusing people. So this house of brands has opened up the funnel, okay, of who might be interested, bigger than anything I've ever seen. Again, digital and physical products. Recognition seems so simple. Most companies can't do it, and most of them can't do it right. Very important strategy, event strategy, global strategy, compensation plan that's fair and to everybody. So, these are the main bullet points that I was looking for, that I was going to hitch my reputation, my efforts, my energy into to build my legacy. Okay. This house of brands, it's literally like 10 companies in one. I'm going to touch a little bit on this. I mean, there's over 400 products. And so, at this point, it would be almost impossible for me to give you a really detailed understanding of these products. I'm just going to touch on them a little bit, give you some ideas but essentially it's 10 companies in one with 400 products and more to come. We just introduced today, May 1st, coming later this month, the MDC Marketplace. Guys, what the MDC Marketplace is going to do, it is going to disrupt the traditional MLM model. We are going to change the game. Everybody is going to try to figure out what we're doing. Matter of fact, Direct Selling News, this last article said, who can crack the Amazon code? And guys, we were way ahead of it. Before the article was ever published, Josh and Jenna were way ahead of the game on this, introducing the marketplace. You see, you look at Amazon. Okay, Amazon, as I mentioned, did over $500 billion out there. And the network marketing industry, made up of thousands of companies, only did 200 billion, right? Amazon, one company. The 200 billion was done over, with thousands of companies, right? Amazon is doing something right. They know how to treat their people. They know how to ship their products. They know how to get in the hands of people products that they like, products that they're looking for. And that's what the MDC Marketplace. See, Amazon has their own branded products, but they sell thousands of other people's products. And we're going to be the same way. We have our MDC branded right now, 10 more to come, but we're going to be expanding into other brands. I'm going to talk about that in a moment, but think about this. And this was accelerated with the pandemic. Everybody stuck at home. Online sales exploded. Right now, it represents about 20% of total retail is all done online. It's estimated this year to hit $6.3 trillion in online sales. Well, what the MDC Marketplace is going to do is bring you popular brands, okay? Brands that you may already be purchasing. Maybe you're buying them through Amazon. Our goal, we have our premium products, but we're also going to give you, our sales force, our customer base, the ability to have access to other products that they may already be purchasing, rather than getting it through Amazon or some other type of e-commerce or company, that they can get it through us. You're going to see this explode in our marketplace. Matter of fact, when I saw this concept, I thought, you know what? MDC is not going to be a billion-dollar company, it is going to be a multi-billion-dollar company. Nobody's done this before. Our technology makes it possible. So we're going to have exciting e-commerce brands. Some of them you're buying already. Some of them you're going to recognize. Some of them you're going to be blown away by. We're going to have well-established brands that you're going to know about. You know, products here, international, wherever you might be, and then also brands from the network marketing industry coming to be a part of the MDC marketplace. So guys, I just wanted to tease you on that. I mean, you hear about these people that have Amazon stores, right? They got to come up with a product, they got to spend a bunch of money on marketing, and they have one store. Imagine you're able to have an Amazon store, but you're able to have other people with Amazon stores and other people with Amazon stores and getting a piece of all of those stores. That's essentially what's going to be able to be accomplished with the MDC marketplace. Now, let's talk about the House of Brands. They launched a company 8 years ago with sprays. Now, the one thing about sprays is the absorption, about 98% absorption compared to the pills, capsules, and tablets. So, you know, one of the best selling is the Trim 365. I think there's like 10 of them here, everything from, you know, circulation to brain health to immune system, all kinds of different products in that area. HempWorks really was an explosion in the company. They were first to market with HempWorks, and you know, that's what led them to be the fastest growing company in 2019. They dominated that space, still makes up a huge portion, but hemp and, you know, CBD products are everywhere today. So it's not really a leading force. It's a massive consumption base. And if you're part of MDC, you're going to use our products, right? Weight loss, probably one of the biggest industries out there, phenomenal weight loss products, collagen products, the Mantra, essential oils. Some of the largest network marketing companies out there only deal in essential oils. It's just one of our products, right? We have a line of cosmetology, incidentally. The cosmetology line for the, you know, Mother's Day sale, May 1st started today through Mother's Day. It's buy one, get one free, I think what the sale is. So, you know, and the people are reporting back, you know, in my short time here, what they're saying about these products, phenomenal. We've got a line of healthy chocolates in our Beyond line. The red, beautiful, dark, high cacao chocolate, huge in ORAC or antioxidant value. The red one is for heart health. The green one is for gut health. And then Extreme is an energy drink, very healthy energy drink, also aid in weight loss, a line of hemp clothing, Akashics. Most of you here on tonight are here to hear about Akashics. That's what attracted you to this business. And, you know, I've talked to people that have been part of other platforms, and they just tell me the Akashics, I mean, not is it just one price, you know, includes everything, but it's the most organized trading platform, educational platform out there compared to anything else out there. And then, of course, the High Life Travel, you know, bringing a new twist to travel rather than the memberships. It's prepaid travel, never expires, save 20 to 40% off of the published rates on Expedia or Amazon, or not Amazon, but Expedia or Priceline, you know, Trivago or whatever those are. Phenomenal savings program there. One of our best-selling products is Fuel Factor X, right? Look at gas prices today. They're going to explode again here over the summer. I drive several nice cars, but you know, I have to burn premium. With the Fuel Factor X, I'm able to put regular, so I'm saving literally $1 a gallon or $20 right at the pump, right? Cost me $5 per tank and essentially save $20 immediately. And so phenomenal product, as well as increasing your gas mileage. Don't worry about it, guys. I mean, it actually improves your engine, doesn't void warranty. This product, the research goes back, I think, like 50 years, Nobel Prizes, tons of white papers. The documentation is there on what this product will do. So let's talk about timing. Guys, if you've ever been in business, you're going to know and you're going to hear timing is everything. Right? I mean, everything else can be in place, but if the timing isn't right, it's still going to drastically minimize what your potential really is. Now, as you look at this industry of network marketing, specifically the direct sales industry, 95% of these companies don't make it through their first year. Okay, so 5% make it through their first year. And of those 5%, only about 20% of them make it 5 years. So you're talking about 1 in 100. So if you're looking at a startup company, I mean, just everything is stacked against you, right? Yes, if you're that 1 out of 100, and I believe you probably think you are, but the odds are against you, it could work out great. But in most cases, it becomes a disaster and a disappointment. Of the 1%, only a small percent of them make it long-term. But let me share with you the numbers and how they really work. Again, this is not my opinion. This is research, right? In writing my book, I've studied this stuff. I've studied companies, I've studied trends, I've studied numbers. And this is what I see is at about 100 million in annual sales, about 100 million in annual sales. I mean, that's when a company really has got a solid base and they have a real chance of going into what we call momentum, right? And that momentum is going to carry them maybe over the course of an 18 to 24 month window to 200 million. And if they do their job right then, and they got the infrastructure and such in place, they have a chance to become, to go into this critical mass. Now, what triggers critical mass? Critical mass, think back, I know many of you are young on here, but you look at a microwave and you just think, everybody has one, right? Well, when microwaves first came out, nobody had them. And most people were very resistant. But all of a sudden their neighbor got one. And then the person across the street got one. And they thought, you know what, maybe we should consider it. See, when a product or a service hits a certain tipping point where there's enough people doing it, enough people talking about it, the masses pour in and it triggers something called critical mass. And a company needs to have their act together to be able to manage that massive growth through that window, which can take them to $1 billion. And again, if they're continuing to be well managed, they can grow. A handful of companies have went on, the Amways, the Herbalifes, the Mary Kays, the New Skins of the world. But there's also a handful of companies that even hit big numbers, but then weren't able to manage the growth. Whether it's greed, ego, bad decisions, what happens? What happens? And, in main cases, it's lack of having infrastructure. And again, when I looked at MDC, that's the thing that I really, because I want to put my time and energy into this thing. I do not want to ever do this again. I want to be able to pass this on to my kids. I want to be able to collect income here for the rest of my life, residual income, passive income, leveraged income. So what kills companies? Main cases are infrastructure or, poor leadership, poor customer service, technology. If they're not advanced in that area, maybe the product they have was hot and now it's not anymore. And they failed to look ahead and pivot. And that's where, again, you look at the innovation with MDC and the marketplace and what they're doing, constantly looking to give us what we need to thrive and succeed. So where are we? Okay, well, here in the United States, we're at about $10 million a month in sales. So, we're in that momentum window, approaching this year. I don't think there's any question we'll do 200 million. In Europe, really, throughout Europe, about 2 million, and Asia is really just getting started. So folks, if you understand, okay, what I just shared with you from a timing standpoint, you shouldn't be sleeping at night. I mean, you should literally have some tingles going down saying, I can't believe I'm here. I'm seeing this at this time. I'm able to participate in this. You can do it part-time without giving the security up for your full-time job. And you can get that base in place, get that team in place. So when this thing hits that critical mass, you're not there by yourself thinking, this is incredible, but you're there with the team, right? And you're able to capitalize on that massive movement from small to big. And that's when people's checks double and triple and quadruple. I've been there, I've experienced it. I know what I'm talking about, and it's going to happen here. Now, compensation plan, another critical element. There's 8 profit centers. We have an incredible customer program, earn 50% every month on your customer that you have in. We also have a customer mastery bonus where you can earn up to $20,000 a month bonus off of your team's customer, not your own customers, but your team customers. Matter of fact, I've been averaging about $2,500 a month just on that customer mastery bonus without having only one customer myself. The global pool, tap into the company's overall successes. The jumpstart, this is new affiliate acquisition, make 50% every time you bring in a new affiliate, but you get paid 10 levels deep on the efforts of other people. That's through the leverage. The binary commission, this is kind of the monthly consumption, up to 20% of all the consumption and a portion of all customer and new orders coming in. Matching check, 10 levels, even an opportunity to earn infinity, starting out at 30% matching check on all those people you bring in personally. Then it goes to 20 and 10 and 10 and 5. Incredible income. This probably be the second largest portion of your check as you mature and grow a business. Rank advancement or achievement bonuses. Starting out when you just hit 1K, get $100. But as you advance in the plan, as you advance up in the plan, you can reach a bonus of over $500,000 for one rank advancement. But very, very exciting part. And then once you hit that rank, then there's a monthly bonus, right, that you can receive every single month by maintaining that. So yeah, I know these compensation plans can get very, very confusing and hard to understand. So let me break it down. Okay. What I want to do is I want to take and break it basically into 4 ways that you essentially make money. Okay. The first one is what I call immediate income. Now, what is immediate income? It's you're in control. It's something you do. You go out there, bring on a new customer, you get paid immediate income, right? Paid weekly. You bring on a new enrollment, immediate income. You get paid weekly on that, right? So that's your efforts. Go out there and bring on a bunch of customers. You're making 50% on that customer and that new affiliate acquisition that you're in control of, immediate income that you can earn. Then we have leveraged income. And guys, this is where things get exciting because now you're making money, not off of just you bringing people in, but you're making money when other people start bringing people in, helping you grow your business through our, through our Jumpstart. But let me talk about this for a moment, because think about this. Most people are working this on a part-time basis. And so let's just say you put an hour a day. You got a full-time job, your life is crazy, but you're willing to commit an hour a day to this. And let's say over the course of time, you find 3 people likewise willing to commit an hour a day. Now you've got your hour, 3 additional people. Guess what? You've created leverage. You got 4 hours going into a day. Let's say those 3 each find 3. Now you've got 9 more people. Now you got 13 hours going into a day. Let's say those 9 each find 3. That's 27 more people. Again, everybody just puts an hour a day in. Guys, that's a 40-hour day. Not a 40-hour week, right? We're accustomed to that, but a 40-hour day. See, now we can begin to understand how business owners are making fortunes. They're getting thousands of hours sometimes out of one day because of the ability to leverage. Well, with MDC in our compensation plan, you have the ability to create leveraged income. And then the Holy Grail, residual income, right? That idea through our binary commission and our matching check, you're making money off of everybody, customers and members using and consuming the products on a monthly basis. So that's a very exciting concept. And we have bonus income. This is exactly what it says. I mean, whether it's rank advancement or the rank maintenance bonus, the global pool, the ability to do a little extra and get a little extra. So that's exciting as well. Just a little bit on publicizing our average incomes here. Looking at the 1K, something can very easily be attained, through that hour a day, working consistently over the course of 30, 60, 90 days. Hey, what if it took you 6 months to a year? It's an extra $6,000 a year on an average of looking at all of our 1Ks. I mean, that's a nice little part-time income. 5K, again, a part-time income, $16,000 a year on average. 10K, kind of low end of full-time income, but it really going to enhance full-time income on a part-time basis, an extra 30,000, 25K. We have people that have hit that in their first month, but what if it took you a year working at part-time? You can see how these incomes really ramp up. Now, the question you might be asking, I mean, it all sounds great, but can I do this? Well, guys, we really only do 2 things. We share MDC with others and we follow up to determine their interest. And as far as sharing it, the company gives you an unbelievable amount of tools and resources for you to share, right? Between capture pages and lead generation pages and product funnels and videos and materials and conference calls and Zooms. I mean, your goal is to get someone to look, right? And I can tell you one of the most key elements for that is your own excitement, right? When you're excited about something, you're going to get other people excited about it. And we have the tools to deliver the information. And so, how many people can you expose this to? Let the tools, let the system, let all the materials, get them excited. Your job, I say, is to stimulate an interest. Let the tools and stuff satisfy that interest. Second thing we do is we follow up. We've always heard the fortunes in the follow-up. That's where we have three-way phone calls, getting an expert, someone on your upline. Guys, here's the thing. When you say yes, that's when our job begins, not when it ends. You see, we don't make any money unless we can help you make money. So your success is as important to us as it is to you. Use us, right? Get someone interested, get someone to look at something, put us on the phone, get them on a Zoom, share some additional information. So, can you do this? I mean, literally, guys, if we break it down, that's all you do. Get excited, share with others, use the tools, and follow up. The cutting edge tools and technology that we have, all free, not going to nickel and dime you to death. The company doesn't charge for any of this. They just want to put the tools in your hands. Now, to become an affiliate, you can become a customer just, for free, choose whatever service or product you want, and that's great. But if you want to access the compensation plan, think about this. I mean, let's say your life is an absolute disaster right now. This company, the only one I'm aware of, gives you the ability to earn 25% customer commission and 25% on bringing new people in without even placing an order. You don't even have to do anything, right? Other than talk to people. You don't have to place an order, but if you place an order, you can advance your earning potential. Most people are starting at this executive level, which is 90 points, gives you the max amount on the customer bonus, as well as the max amount on the new affiliate acquisition bonus, the Jumpstart bonus, as well as getting paid some leveraged income, 4 levels of leverage. Now, last question is, do you want to do this, right? I mean, that's important too, right? I mean, what's in it for you? What's in it for me? Well, number one is you have fun. I mean, guys, this is a fun business, right? Use our products, get a little healthier, share them with a few other people, make a little additional income. Guys, that's kind of the worst case scenario. I mean, should you say yes here? That's kind of the worst case scenario. But what has driven me in my life are the what ifs in life. Some people are, what if it doesn't work? I'm like, what if it does? I mean, what if I could do this part-time without giving up the security of my full-time job, make a few $100 extra a month, help some people? And what if it turned into 1,000? What if it turned into 3,000? What if it turned into dream income, right? That's 6-figure. And in some cases, for some people, even a 7-figure income, the ability to work from home, have that commute from upstairs to downstairs, right? Not fight that traffic. What I believe network marketing does is it gives you the opportunity to own your life, right? Rather than your employer owns your life, you own your life. Personal development, tax advantages, recognition, travel, learn the life skill of trading, travel the world. Guys, I can tell you that if you're not getting what you want out of your life, so many times we get out of school, maybe we go to college, we come out of college, we think we're going to conquer the world, and the world kind of conquers us. We get stuck, we get a family started, we get bills and mortgages, and you're like, how do I ever get out of this? Guys, I'm telling you, this is the way out. This is the way out where you can go from an average life to an extraordinary life. But it starts with a decision. If you look at successful people, one of the characteristics of success people is they see something and they make a decision. They do it. They don't wait for everything to get perfect in their life. And, when they fall into that trap of, the someday world. Someday I'm going to do that. Someday I'm going to get out of debt. Someday I'm going to, take that dream vacation. Someday just never comes. And all of a sudden they reach that day, where they're like, they don't have much more than to wish they could do it all over again. And as far as I know, they don't. Guys, it is not someday. It is today. Right? You look at what's going on in the world with inflation. People need this opportunity. People need these products. People need some hope in their life. And when you can put hope in their future, you can put power in their present. So with that, Maddie, I'm going to turn it